This is the Profit and Growth Hour, and I'm your host, Dr. Bizness, coming at you through WDRBmedia and WGIV, the soul of Charlotte, here on the red carpet at Newbirth, Charlotte, y'all. We're holding it down. Just had a wonderful, fabulous concert. William Murphy, Tasha Cobbs, they were on the stage, and along with them, Edward Long.
What's happening?
Also known as Kingdom.
Let's do it.
That's right.
How you feeling?
I'm fabulous. You doing all right?
I'm doing pretty well. Doing pretty well. It's been a long night, a great night. I'm about to start singing Jagged Edge in a minute.
Oh, okay.
Strikes 12. We've been here, man, all evening, but it's good. It's good when you fellowshipping with the saints, man.
Yes, sir. And you're from Atlanta?
Born and raised, but my roots is in Carolina. Both sides of my family, mother's side and my father's side, from right here, all up and down 77. And so, you know, I'm at home right now, man.
Okay. How often do you get back here?
I'm not on schedule. I used to go to school here. I went to 4th grade up here, as well as 5th grade up here. But outside of that, just whenever it's necessary. You know, we were up here for Christmas and New Year's, and now we're back now in the month of February. You did graduate high school and matriculated on. Well, I dropped out in the 3rd grade.
4th or 5th.
I dropped out in the 3rd grade. I'm one of those statistics. You know, they build jails for African American males based off of their 3rd grade.
The 3rd grade.
You follow what I'm saying?
With the scores that, the tests that they have to take.
Right. But I'm a testimony because I've never been to jail and I dropped out in the 3rd grade. So
what? Never been to jail?
Like Tasha Cobbs say, break every chain. You know, we with it.
That's right.
Now, on a serious note, I have a high school diploma, and I do have a college degree from Florida A&M University.
Okay.
Rattlers,
excellent.
Where we strike again. I'm currently working on my master's at Beulah Heights University.
Okay. Master's in what?
Divinity.
Divinity.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir. Good
because
stuff.
you're a PK.
Already.
Okay. So that whole lineage is in your family.
Yeah, I mean, some PKs, and if any are watching or listening even right now, you know, some people walk in, some people don't. And I wouldn't even say that they run from it, just that's not on everybody. You understand what I'm saying? For me, for my siblings and I, you know, my older brother, he does audio in the church. He gets contracts out throughout Atlanta. If you need anything done, hooked up, or produced, holler at him. Filling in entertainment at Comcast.net. Can I do that?
Absolutely.
All right.
Oh yeah.
And so
it's your world.
You know, my younger brother though, you know, he's just a sports fanatic, and you know, he's been a facilities plant manager and things of that nature. And so I don't think it's necessary for everybody, you know, because if you put somebody into something, then they might get in and tear it up.
That's right.
That makes sense to you. For me, I was always active in our church, you know, and doing various things. I was just a neighborhood kid, if that makes sense to you. And
it does.
Within that, you know, coming into the church is not. I never had the desire to be a pastor or pursuit of that, but I get it. I'm youth pastor now, and it's kind of a no-brainer. You know, I enjoy it. You know, like any other profession or occupation or call, you know, it's gonna have its ups and downs. I never read in the Bible where Moses or Paul or even Jesus, for that matter, woke up every day like, you know, this is the greatest thing in the world. I mean,
like every day was Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, even when Jesus was in Garden of Gethsemane, he sat there and said, "Can you pass this cup?" So I mean, like, really, I ain't trying to do this. You know, I mean, I think that Paul probably needed to see a counselor because he sat back and even said, you know, I got to figure out how to count this a joy because this is painful.
That's right.
When John was sitting there on the island of Patmos,
that's right,
and was boiling in the water. What's fun about being boiled?
That's true.
You follow what I'm saying?
That's true.
I watched my grandma right up the street in North Carolina, you know, cook slow roast and all that type of stuff in a crock pot. And you know, I'm sure that roast wasn't excited about being in a crock pot, being cooked to that nature. But you know, within all of that, it's something that you accept, you embrace, and you rock and roll with it.
In ministry, it definitely has to be a calling.
Right.
It's not something that you take lightly.
Right.
It's not something that's for happenstance.
Right.
And you fill out a resume or something in an application.
Right.
It has to be all over you because you really have to walk in it because you are held responsible for the sheep. So God holds you accountable, so that's a very high level of responsibility, especially being a youth pastor, because now you have the ability to shape the hearts and the minds of young people.
Impressionable, right.
That's right. What effect do you think the church has when it comes to actually shaping the the hearts and the minds of young people?
I think that the body of Christ, just as a whole, the ecclesia, has a major effect. You know, what I would like to see us do, though, is stop putting stuff down. I mean, for maybe the last 5, 10 years or so, you know, everybody's talking about what the church should be doing, what the church ain't doing, all that type of stuff. And that's cool, but I think that there's just a strong mentality right now, and a strong, you know, if you want to say spirit or whatever the case may be, of us just pointing out the negatives.
Right.
And I take it as a personal challenge to just, all right, let's just look at the high side. What's taking place?
Right.
There are people that are still coming to church. Okay, attendance may
true.
be down. Great, but there's still people coming to church. The NBA's attendance is down. I think the only people who are just booming is the NFL.
Right.
You know, I'm a NASCAR fan, again, here in Charlotte. You know, Morrisville is up the street, Race City, USA, and all
That's
that.
right.
NASCAR is having to adjust their schedules because, you know, the races aren't just, people aren't coming out. They even talking about tearing down some of the grandstands at certain tracks. So,
That's right.
so for whatever reason, the attendance is down. But they're still finding ways to present it as if it's the best thing since sliced bread. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
And so within that, I think that we have to do the same and just, you know, do more edifying, you know what I'm saying, and letting people know it's great stuff taking place, man. There's a lot of good things taking place, and if we can tap into it, you can find yourself or find something about you that can make you better in somebody's church, in somebody's small group, or in somebody's youth panel or discussion or whatever the case may be. And so I'm just trying to focus on the good, boss.
Now, see, you say it from such a politically correct perspective.
Ha!
As an ordained elder, you need to take your mouth off of the church.
I feel you.
Because you got saints that are running their mouth at the dining room table.
Right.
But yet they have not put their hands to the gospel plow.
And they're a part of it.
Exactly.
I feel you.
So you want to talk about it, but yet you don't want to do anything about it. But God placed you in that assembly to be able to roll up your sleeves because there was a need.
Right.
So now you come in, you see that need, but yet you would rather talk about the need as opposed to do something about the need.
Right. Don't talk about it.
So it's
about
time for the saints to actually get busy,
Man,
because we need them.
It's a song. My dad and I used to watch the, I can't think of his name right now. He's got a whole new title. He started off just as Reverend when I was a kid, and he became a bishop. And the last time me and my homeboys watched him, he was an apostle now. But he used to sing this song. He used to come on TV 57. He would say, if you can't help me, please don't stop me. Move out of my way. And don't try to knock me. Join in now. I got a ways to run. And I'm running out of space at the finishing line. Gonna see God's grace. So what I'm saying is that basically what he was saying is what you're saying.
Right.
And what I'm trying to say.
Absolutely.
And what y'all need to hear is
right.
simply, listen, if you ain't trying to help the situation, then get out the way.
Exactly.
If you want to be in the way, then get involved and be in the way in a good way. Because this
Absolutely.
thing is moving whether you like it or not. It's
That's
already
true.
prophesied in the Bible. It's already spoke all the way from Matthew to Revelations of the things that are going to happen, things that will become. And it's really not about whether it's going to happen or not, but it's just about what side of the fence are we going to be standing on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Such an inspiration.
Good stuff.
Yeah. You did a wonderful job today.
I'll take that. Thank you, sir.
Certainly proud of you.
Thank you. Praise the Lord.
And
Good
certainly
stuff.
proud of what you're doing in Atlanta.
Good stuff.
Moving and shaking, holding up the arms of Bishop Eddie Long
Nah.
and all that he's doing, because he needs to surround himself with strong people.
Good stuff.
With
I'll
people
take
that know the word,
Good stuff.
people that have his back. Whenever he comes here to Charlotte, we try to support as best we can based upon his scheduling.
Good. Wow.
And we're there for him. And we met with him a few months ago when he came here. So we're certainly impressed with all the things that he's doing and what he stands for. And we need more men like him to be able to stand up and to represent the kingdom.
I'm with
So
that.
keep doing what you're doing.
I'll take this, sir. I really appreciate it. Let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
Where are you from?
Originally, I'm from New Jersey.
Oh, dope, dope.
I've relocated here about 14 years ago
Wow.
to the Charlotte community.
Okay.
So
And what led to the broadcast? What led to the network and all these things?
God,
Wow,
the Bible says your gift will make room for you.
that's true.
So I got a contract with WGIV, helping them as it relates to training, helping them as it relates to formatting of shows and some other stuff. And we helped to shape the format of the radio station to a year later, that leading into being an on-air personality to a few years after that, becoming the general manager of the station.
Wow.
Not something that I wanted, not something that I prayed for, nothing that I wanted to really do, because I'm more the behind the scenes person.
Right.
Because I like propelling other people to their greatness.
Okay. You're a
But-
trampoline.
Exactly.
Okay.
But there was a need for other business owners, other ministries, other pastors to have a platform to be able to share the gifts and the vision that God had given them.
Over the airways.
Exactly. So I create that format for them.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff. So they brought you in, they saw your potential, and they said, listen, this is our guy. Let's run with it.
Absolutely.
That's major, man. That's major. Well, you know, you got my endorsement, Kingdom certified, and it's good to go, sir. So again, I'm excited to meet you as well.
Wonderful meeting you.
Awesome.
Keep doing
sir.
what you're doing.
I gotta get y'all. So I don't know if y'all play music, if y'all use it for beds or whatever. We gotta make sure we get y'all something. So
Absolutely.
Please something to rock with.
Because we certainly want to be able to showcase and highlight and promote.
Thank you.
So
Thank you. Good stuff.
Family, you're listening to us on the Profit and Growth Hour here on WDRB Media and WGIV, the soul of Charlotte. I'm your host, Dr. Bizness, and we'll be right back.
Keep it kingdom.